Hi, I'm Jaguar, and I'm playing Minecraft again. Modded Minecraft, of course, because that's the only way that I can play Minecraft without getting incredibly bored. This is going to be a surprise to some of my subscribers, because I've been playing Reflex pretty much solidly for the last year. But as things go, you meet people, in this case a chap called Squirrel Killer, via a mutual friend. And yeah, he has a mod pack called ThaumicRotation, which I can highly recommend. It's available on CurseForge. I'll provide a link to it in the description if I remember. And it's really cool. It focuses primarily, as you might be able to guess, on Thorncraft and Rotarycraft. Rotarycraft being pretty much the only tech mod, and thus a fairly high reliance on magic mods, because Ars Magica 2 is in there as well. Can't remember whether it's Ars or Ars, and I asked that before in a previous mod pack or whatever. Somebody will tell me. Yeah, so you kind of need to use magic early on to make things a bit more tolerable for you whilst you're doing Rotarycraft. Although I've managed to get away with it so far, but I've pushed farther into Ars Magica 2 and Thorncraft than I ever have before. So the pack is definitely doing something right in that regard. As is often the case with learning new mods, it's kind of frustrating at first. Like there's no tinkers in this pack, which is a big deal for me. I don't think I've ever played a pack without tinkers before, except when I played vanilla, which is very rare. So no lumber racks, no tinkers crafting tables, no drying racks, no tinkers tools, of course, which is the major deal. No weapons, tinkers weapons. They were like a core part of my Minecraft play. Anyway, this is just going to be a base tour, and I'm going to try and keep it quick and brief and to the point, make this a more punchy and hard-hitting video, maybe. That's just a tree wall, which, if I had a lumber axe, would be really easy to fell. This is brand new for me, Steve Cart's 2 sugarcane farm, just using a solar-powered cart. Yeah, I put a drilling thing on it, because I was just copying somebody, basically. And because it works. This is cargo manager, and Rotarycraft pipes pump it down into the room below. Check out my berries. There we go. This is ethanol production in Rotarycraft. It's huge and messy and ugly because there's no other early game options for item transport. So these things, let's put the HUD back on, these things, pneumatic item pumps, they're great in many regards. I kind of don't like the way they look, but that's aesthetics for you. Yeah, it's just a bit clunky, but it works. And the annoying but also really interesting thing is that this fermenter here, which is the last in the phase, it takes some of the sugarcane and the yeast that's produced in this fermenter, to make the sludge, which you can then cook in a furnace to make ethanol. It's operating at 99.5 seconds, which is way slow. The other one is at 10.5 seconds, because it's being heated up to, as you can see, 29 degrees C. Whereas this one is too cold, because it's underground and it's in a cold biome. No sunlight on it, etc. But I can't do what I'm doing to that, which is netherrack fire underneath and a cooling fin on top, because I haven't got enough sides. It's bizarre. I've never encountered this before, and if Squirrel actually designed the pack with this in mind, like if he knew that the fermenter only has 6 sides, obviously, because it's a cube, and that to fully automate it and to optimize it, i.e. temperature control, requires 7 sort of things to do, that's just pretty neat. But the cool thing, which is what I'm hopefully giving him credit for, is that there's a block in Thorncraft, or I think in Thorncraft mod, no interface, what is it called? Void. Oh, maybe it's not interface, I can't remember. But it lets you put a block on the side of a machine, and then you can use that block for inputs and outputs and so on, so that'll optimize it. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to digging more into Thorncraft to do that. So let's climb this ladder up. pretty rudimentary navigation in the base so far. This takes you to the front door, and this is all like very early game stuff, like, you know, you're laying it down as soon as possible kind of thing. So just some basic storage, loot chest, mob drop chest, wood, ore, and ore products like ingots and so on. I'm having to learn, never used better storage and drawers before. Let's keep it going. This is the first sort of tech room I created. Things have been moved around and all sorts now, but I've got quite far in early game Rotocraft. I've got Obby Factory there, which I've used to make obsidian without having to mine it with a pick, which is great, and without having a really fast pick as well, like Tinker style. I've got one gas engine which I've just been tinkering a bit with. Was grinding canola here, but this is the thing that I've just finished, just vanilla farm and field of canola. Is a canola farm, fan farm, lit with jack-o'-lanterns. Got a fan at one end, item vacuum there, collecting it. The one thing, I've got the processing and everything online, but I haven't got the pneumatic item pumps to pump the canola husks into here and then do everything necessary in terms of item transport. But this is the same setup that I used on the previous server that I was playing on, Wibble, which is a pack that Drawful and I made. Yeah, so this is the same setup, just passive steam engine power. If you heard that, that was my cat sprinting across the room. So it's getting the grinder and the centrifuge working at 18 seconds, if you can see it. Yeah, there, and the grinder, yeah, 17.95 seconds each. In fact, they're probably full of lube now. Yeah, oh, getting there. So I'm going to have to move those blocks, those tanks, which I'll do later on, because that'll be boring for you guys to watch. And again, passive steam power to drive the extractor. I need to switch this to the speed phase. Processed a little bit of gold and iron already. Up we go. And that's pretty much all that's going on this level. This is the main mine shafts that I got down to y equals 12. My Ars Magica 2. I'm thinking it might be Ars, but as a Brit, that just sounds like arse. So I'm going to call it Ars Magica 2, just for funsies, even if it's not the correct pronunciation in Latin. This is like the magic room that I made for setting up the basic magic stuff. And then quite pleased with this. It's kind of a cool looking thing, and I have to say it looks very pretty. I've only made one spell with it, thanks to Squirrel who helped me out. So I've got this dig spell in slot 1, and I've leveled up to what, level 10 by the look of it. So it's the range is a bit awkward, but yeah, it's hella fun. And I got a Greatwood gold capped wand for Thorncraft, and I made a frost wand cap for it, which was quite fun. And then down here, it's just mine shafts really, and Nether portal. I won't show you the Nether yet because I'm always cautious going into the Nether, and I'm not. I mean, I'm tooled up and I've survived it perfectly well so far. That was the cat again. And that, I think, is everything that I've done. I've tunneled like a good 500 meters in that direction south. Oh, and there's like this way, west, east. There's found an abandoned mine shaft and some lava that I've been pumping to make the obby, just transporting everything by hand. I believe Thorncraft lets you teleport items and fluids, magic mirrors they're called, or something mirrors, item mirrors maybe. You see, I haven't even properly done the staircase. I mean, if you know me and my Minecraft ways, you'll know that I hate cobble. There's no cobble, but I've still got cobble stairs, and I haven't even widened it to 3 meters wide like I normally do. I'll probably keep this field of canola just for nostalgia and because I love the way it looks, even though I've got it automated now. Yeah. Oh, this original item pump, that's the first one I built, goes down to the extractor. I've discovered that you can put a cooling fin on a wooden gearbox and you don't need to use lubricant for it, which means I've been hoarding all of the lubricant because I like to make as much lubricant as possible, so when I get hydrokinetic engines I can just get free power from it, basically. Like it's really, really cheap energy if you do it that way, so that's why I'm always focused on passively generating or producing lubricant from canola seeds. Let's see if I put these down. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Messy inventory from all of my work so far. And yeah, so shout out to Squirrel Killer for making... Oh, it's getting water from... Shout out to Squirrel Killer for making the pack in the first place. I believe he made it some time ago, and he just sort of resurrected it for our little gaming community. Oh, what am I doing? I was going to put... That should not fill with water because it's already got... Oh, that's interesting. It's overriding it. Oh well, I'll figure out a way to do that later. Have we got a lubricant hose? Yes. That'll do for now. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's it. I haven't got anything else to show you, so thanks for watching. Episode 2, knowing me, will probably come very quickly, because, well, because that's just how I play Minecraft. So, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment if you've got something to say, because comments make me feel warm and fuzzy, and help me actually find the motivation to make these kinds of videos. So, see you next time.